See, people, mainly men, and yeah, so many women also, they keep on complaining like there are so many false rape cases, and so I want to clarify this. There is nothing like a false rape case, because every time the man at least confess that he had love relationship, right? And the thing is, when a man builds up sexual relationship on the promise of marriage, that he is giving the promise of marriage. So yeah, so you took the consent for a sexual relationship by giving some false promise. You gave the girl promise of getting married, and you made her fall in love, and then you made this relationship, right? It was not like you were so clear that okay, I am not loving you and I am not gonna marry you, even if still you want to have sexual relationship with me, you can have. No man says anything clear like this in India, right? So they always say all kind of false things, and that's why that is considered as rape, because when you are getting consent by giving such kind of false promises, so that consent should not be considered as consent, because then you should have got married with that girl, because for using that girl for building up sexual relationship, you used all those love drama and everything. So if you are a real man, you should have been clear on the first place only. So that's why you will never have any kind of allegation of rape. So many men are saying that false rape cases, and just now in my YouTube timeline I got this video that some 2020 and some kind of title was there, especially the movie is made, but you never consider such kind of men. Why do they do so? They should not do such kind of things. If they are not clear, then obviously that consent is not considered as consent, right? Because when a girl is giving consent, so as a man you should clarify everything, but Indian men give all false promises. They say all, like, you all know that how Indian men behave to get sex. They beg, they do emotional blackmailing, and even they threaten also. Like if a girl has replied few messages, then the man will threaten that now I will show your messages to everyone. And the society is patriarchy, so you know that everybody does victim blaming on a girl only, that why did you give your number to him, so a girl cannot share her number, and like everything, all victim blaming is always on a girl. So on seeing the only few starting seconds of that movie's trailer, like the man was only saying that I was in a relationship for 5 years, and then don't do that, na? Don't do that. If you are pretty sure that you are not gonna marry him, and please don't tell that I was not sure at that time, because I know that sometimes it happens, but in most of the cases, 70% cases, men were always sure that they are not gonna get married with that girl, and they were doing everything drama only. They knew that, even like as a boy, all boys know that what boys do generally, a lot of blackmailing, and mainly in rural area or semi-urban area. So like these laws are must, that this is very nice law that the consent should be taken with all clear information. And if the man has given false promise of marriage, so that should be considered as rape. Okay, that is a rape. That is not a false allegation. You people think that rape is something when there is a lot of physical force and the girl's bond should be broken, girl should be fighting back. That is not the only rape. Okay, when the girl is threatened, when the girl is blackmailed, when the girl has been given false promise, and so there are so many other ways to take the consent of a girl, but those all are wrong ways. So that's why such kind of relationship is considered as rape. Okay, and then men shout that actually that was not a rape, she was enjoying, and she gave the consent at that time. But those reasons behind the giving consent was very different. So the men know that they played a big game, but then they only say that that was not a rape because I didn't force her, because I didn't use my physical efforts, I didn't use my physical force, or I didn't break her bone, so that's why that was not a rape. No, that is wrong. When you are taking a consent with all wrong reasons, so that's why that is a rape, and that is not a false rape case. No means no, that is not a false rape case, because you got the consent with wrong reasons, with false reasons. So that's why that is a rape case, and that's why Indian court gives you punishment also of a few years, because according to Indian laws also, when you build sexual relation on false promise of marriage, so that is a rape. In legal language only, that is considered as rape. So like, I am so hard on seeing that movie trailer, that why don't they consider these things, that like even before 70 years our constitution was made, and still they had this understanding that consent should be taken with right reasons and not wrong reasons. And after 70 years of freedom, people are not getting this basic concept. So that's why I'm so hard on seeing that movie trailer. Men should be very much accountable for their actions, for their words. Okay, they always want to show that gentleman image in the society, that I have not done anything wrong with any girl. But we all know that how men do everything. So that's why this is the law, that consent should be with right reasons. And men should have some guts. Okay, Indian men don't have any kind of guts, right? They want everything, but still they want to show in the society like, I am the Sata Savitra, I don't want anything, I will do everything according to my parents only. But the reality is totally different. They don't do anything according to their parents, and even if their parents are knowing all these things, according to Indian patriarchy, parents don't get angry on them at all. Parents hide all their faults, all their crimes, so they keep on doing these things. So if you want to save yourself from a false rape case, then you should not give a false marriage promise to any girl, right? Simple. Then you will not have any kind of punishment for a rape, because you never gave a false marriage promise, right? You be clear, okay? And there are so many girls who want such kind of brave and strong man who can say whatever is there in his mind, but Indian men never say that. And the most important thing is they never show their mentality in front of their family. Like they want to hide their such kind of mentality from their family. If you want to have sexual relationship without marriage, then you should have the guts to say this thing in front of your family or parents, that yes, this is my thinking and this is the way I want to live my life. I am not hiding anything, I am not cheating anybody, I am not breaking the heart of any girl. But you Indian men never say this in front of your family, right? You want to keep your impression of Sata Savitra in front of your family. So that's why this is not a false rape case. This is actually rape. Even if you didn't use your physical force, you didn't break the bone of a girl, but still this is a rape when you take the consent with wrong reasons.